Hi, boys and girls. This is Grandma Sheila, and I have an exciting story for you this afternoon. It's called Underneath. And because it's so exciting, I want to read it to you rather than telling you the story. So here we go. Well, goodbye. I'm going now. I have a long way to ride into town, and the meeting starts at 3 o'clock, said young John Gordon to his wife as he buttoned his overcoat and buckled the belt. Goodbye, John, she responded a little anxiously. I do wish the road were not so wet and slippery. It'll be dangerous down that second hill. After all this rain, won't it, John? I hope you get there all right and have a good meeting at New Plymouth. Don't worry, her husband replied. I'll be very careful, and my brakes are very good. God's angels will protect us both, dear. Bye now. John Gordon pulled his hat on firmly, and he drew the belt of his coat a little tighter as he stepped out with his bicycle into the drizzling rain. 15 miles he had to go. The last 5 would be right across the plain. That would be easy, but the first 10 might not be so easy, winding down the foothill of Mount Egmont. And the first 2 miles, oh, he hated to even think about them. That second hill led down to Rocky Creek. It was so steep, so slippery, and that dangerous sharp bend 100 yards above the gully. He was nearly halfway down the first hill now, and the rain was stopping. The bicycle ran smoothly, and his foot brake held the wheel back easily. In a few minutes, he was climbing the next rise. Up, up, up he pushed. Then, as the road became steeper, he got off that bicycle and started to walk. It was muddy here and very, very slippery. In a few minutes, he gained the top of the second hill. Looking down, he could see the road descending very sharply for nearly half a mile. Then there was that bend in the road, where the road was cut out of the side of a rock mountain 300 feet above Rocky Creek. And after that, there was a straight run to the bridge. What would happen if his wheels skidded on the clay surface as he went down? The brakes are good and will hold anyway, he tried to reassure himself. And if the handbrake gets too wet, the foot brake will hold, surely. But suppose both brakes were too... Oh, he didn't even want to think about it. Soon he was descending the hill. The handbrake was slipping badly, and the wet rims would be becoming more slippery. Faster and faster and faster that bicycle was going. The foot brake would be better, he thought. What a comfort and a relief to have a reliable foot brake, he thought, as he reversed those pedals with his feet. Just then, he saw a little spring somewhere in his back wheel had snapped off. Oh, no! His foot brake had given away. Now he had no brakes at all. He went faster and faster. Neither brake would act now, and the grade was becoming steeper and steeper. Down, down he raced. 50 yards further was that dreadful bend. What could he do? Clinging to that bolting bicycle on the slippery, dangerous mountainside, John Gordon gasped an urgent prayer. Jesus, help! He pleaded. Maybe his wife, back in their little home, was just then praying for him too. but his terrific pace was unchecked. His heart almost stood still as he approached that bend in the road. Above the whistling of the wind, he could hear that roaring creek hundreds of feet below. He could never get around that corner at this speed. Nothing on earth could stop him now from going over that cliff. He was shooting toward that edge. And then the miracle happened. He felt a light touch above his waist on both sides. The bicycle had lost its terrible weight. He himself felt as light as a feather. Was he dreaming? Could he really be rounding that bend? Yes, straight ahead was the bridge, and he was racing down again toward it. He was safe. Safe. The mad pace had ceased by the time he had crossed the bridge, and soon he was able to stop. Reverently thanking God for his escape, and leaving his bicycle at the bridge, he climbed up again to the bend. All the way he could trace the tracks of that bicycle. Still he came within a few yards of the bend. There, the tire prints in the clay ceased abruptly. He walked around the bend, searching for tire prints, but found none. A few yards above it, he found marks again, ending as sharply as they had begun, as those on the lower side. For a distance of at least 25 feet, those tires had evidently not touched the ground. Right on the bend of that narrow road, 300 feet above that roaring, tumbling, rocky creek, near the foot of Mount Egmont, a young man might have been seen that late afternoon, pouring out his heartful praise to a God whose everlasting arms are ever underneath, and whose angel encampeth round about them that fear him, and delivereth them. Thank you, boys and girls. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye now.